currently there is, under the National Park Service, the Route 66 Corridor Preservation Program, but that is sunsetting, and so that basically means it will dry up any opportunity for funding. We believe that if we have a designation as a National Historic Trail, this gives it a federal prominence, and it does allow us to compete for other types of funding to enhance properties and maintain those historic values. So I have been very involved in this since the beginning. I've read the legislation, I've participated in a caravan that just took place. Delvin was with us in several different events to look for support. We have gathered over 61,000 signatures nationwide, and we hope that the council will look on this favorably. We see it has some real economic development boost. And we know that people come to Victorville because Victorville is a great Route 66 town. And we have a wonderful museum there. We have some great eating establishments on Route 66. And those travelers make a positive economic impact to the city. And this will be a way just to reinforce that and to give us more national level prominence.
Okay, I have one other question. Since you said we're potentially under the line with these fundings being sunsetted, if this were to be approved today and then staff could also chime in on this, would we be able to still apply for those fundings? I don't know the procedures in terms of 30 to 60 days, the first, second reading, when this comes into play, and then so forth and so forth.
Under the current legislation, the Route 66 Corridor Preservation Program, once a year, they have a cost share opportunity to apply for grants. And there have been several of them in the San Bernardino source. If we receive the designation for all of Route 66 to be a National Historic Trail, then through the appropriations level of the federal government, the National Park Service, who would be in charge of this, would ask for an appropriation that they could then ask for grant share opportunities. So we're not anywhere near that at this point. And I have to tell you, we are always looking for opportunities to fund activities along Route 66. So we don't have any current available funding at this point.
Thank you. And for staff, is this a part of the Old Town specific plan? Or is it separate?
This is a separate item, but the embracing the Route 66 heritage is something that we have drafted into the Old Town specific plan provision that we're working on.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Just a comment on
Yes.
that. My wife and I are big supporters of the Park Service. We've been to, I think, 155 national parks, trails, seashores.
Mm-hmm.
This designation is a wonderful benefit to the community. A lot of national parks don't benefit communities because they're so remote, wilderness, there's nobody close by. But, pretty much wherever they impact the community, it's all positive.
We have given the city clerk a little information packet about our organization. So if any of you have questions or comments about Route 66, we would love to chat with you because we're all very passionate about saving our historic highway.
Okay. So I move that the City Council adopt resolution number 18-072, thereby supporting the designation of Route 66 as a National Historic Trail.
I still have go ahead, Eric.
Oh, Madam Mayor, thank you for your comments. First of all, welcome to our folks from Route 66. The great thing about this is that we are always looking for partnerships and relationships. And if there is a concern that Victorville doesn't support Route 66, that's just not accurate. I'm a big fan of Route 66. And when you're dealing with federal agencies, county, city, all the time, we find ourselves working in the same direction. But I think this is a great opportunity to collaborate and see where we can work together with the property owners and the Park Service and our city, of course. But there's a lot of moving parts because now you've got different processes. They have their processes, we have ours, the county has theirs. And as you know, the county has a lot of that. It is a great day to be able to do this and move this forward. And I'm looking forward to the outcome of this and make sure we get this designation. And then I plan to follow this very closely to make sure that we're successful because we can't do it alone.
Anyone else? I do have a card, and of course it's Lynn Miller and Delvin Harper. Did you have something else you wanted to write on? No?
That's it.
Okay, thank you. Now I call for a motion in a second.
I'll move approval of item D7.
Second.
As a point of order, I've already motioned it.
You was that out of order?
It was still motioned, unless he wants to do a substitute motion.
Did you make that motion?
Yes, I did, sir.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Gomez, seconded by Mr. Negretti. Any further questions or comments?
Yes, just briefly. Thank you for the gift.
All those in favor? To accept the 2018 JAG award, ratify the expenditure plan for the JAG allocation, and authorize the city manager or his designee to process all documents required for this program.
Thank you. Questions of staff by council members?
Yes, so I'm going to contextualize this before my question comes. But on March 24th, 2018, one of our Victorville Sheriff Deputy officers happened to go over a curve in somewhere along Old Town Victorville, and I received that and got pictures and the skit and all this, you know, and the lady was pretty upset that her tree, you know, her beautiful tree had fallen. So on June 7th, she wrote a complaint to the county. So I'm believing that hopefully it's going to be addressed within 45 days from then. So when I looked at this memorandum of understanding and monies, I think it's $50,000 for overtime. I mean, now my question that I've contextualized it, does that cover those types?
Councilman, in reference to that type of incident, specifically incident you're talking about?
Right.
Probably because I didn't start my assignment here until the 31st of March. So I wasn't here at that time, but I don't know about a tree incident.
You don't know about what? I'm sorry.
You said, you mentioned the tree fall?
Yeah, it was one of the police officers' vehicles, when he was probably doing some kind of speed chase, went over on, I mean, like I said, I was just contextualizing it because I want to know the incidents of this nature when something happens. I mean, who becomes responsible? The city, and if it's not the city, but it's instead the county, is the county, through this type of funding, the grant, is that going to cover items of that nature? So this is me going into more of the detail versus, well, this is more generic as a program.
Okay. That actually is a separate, complete incident.
Okay.
If someone has a claim by a deputy sheriff, whatever the case may be, if they have a claim, they submit a claim to the county. The county will then handle that claim however they feel appropriate, depending on the circumstances. This grant has nothing to do with that side of the house.
Thank you.
Anyone else? No? I do not have any speaker cards, therefore I need a motion in a second.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Item D9, amendment to Old Town Street Light Improvement Project. Madam Clerk, read the recommendation.
That the City Council adopt resolution number 18-077 to amend the budget and appropriate an additional $395,000 from Fund 200 street lighting and add the Old Town Street Lighting Improvement Project to the fiscal year 2018-2019 budget in the capital improvement program.
Thank you. Questions, said by council members?
Yes, so, I found out that we have $2.1 million as of 2013 till now, and 400,000 of that's gonna be spent in Old Town. So I was questioning the process as to what is it procedurally, or the administrative processes that the city of Victorville takes into place before, adopting or modifying our CIP program. I know this would be considered a project, a capital project improvement, not an improvement, sorry, but just a capital project. But my understanding was before, and you can clarify if this is not right, but if we have a CIP, we have priorities. And with those priorities, we address them as need come to be. It's my assumption now that because this is not a part of the CIP, what has made this one of the 5, 10 priorities from our CIP, if our CIP is annually or every 5th year.
Specific to answer these questions at the last council meeting, but for the benefit of the audience, I think it is fair to go ahead and answer them again. And at the last council meeting, that's how this item originated. We were dealing with what we call a SLAD,